Hello and welcome to the Literary Lair, and today I want to return to Star Trek. However, I want to do some classic stuff, so we're taking a look at a TOS book. I happen to really like the original series, and despite the cheesiness, I love it just like I love classic Doctor Who. And this story takes away a lot of the cheese and brings Star Trek into the drama territory that The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine showed us. It's a fairly recent title from 2005, and it's a great book. Enough backstory. Let's get this done. The cover doesn't have a lot going on, but, unlike other Star Trek books, it is a great cover. It has the flag of the United Federation of Planets with a Klingon dagger in it, probably foreshadowing the coming war with the Klingons and the threat to the stability of the Federation. The colors work well, and white on the outer part and the red on the flag really go well together. Anyway, on to the story. Okay, so this is a continuation of another series I haven't read. Basically what happened in that one was about a Klingon named Kel who was posing as a Starfleet officer named John Anderson. No relation to the main character of Minority Report. However, he discovered that the Klingon government sent him on a mission that would cause him to lose his honor. So he fought valiantly with his Starfleet comrades and was killed in a battle on Starbase 42 by his brother, who found out after the fact and is returning home to commit ritual suicide, as is the Klingon way. On to the actual story. The Federation ambassador is negotiating with the Klingons since war is quite imminent, and much like it was in Before Dishonor, the negotiations break down as the Klingons at this point in history look down on the Earthers and refuse to talk. And if I might say, the Klingons are really douchey in this story, at least the ambassadorial ones. The Klingons agree to talk if they are fought in a duel, which one of the ambassador's aides gladly does and is killed. But he showed honor and courage and some crap like that, and the Klingons decide to talk. Meanwhile, on the Enterprise, the security chief, Leslie Parrish, whose boyfriend, John Anderson, was killed on a mission with the Klingons, is pregnant. And her baby is half human, half Klingon. Yeah! Wait, what? Yeah. So B'Elanna Torres wasn't the first human Klingon baby. Go figure. McCoy says her best bet is to return to Starfleet Medical on Earth, and she wants to stay on duty until then, to which Kirk obliges. After the battle on Starbase 42, Kirk sent out the messages to the dead crewman's family, and Michael Fuller, a Starfleet vet from the Battle of Donatu 5, gets the message that his son Sam is dead. He decides to get his revenge on the Klingons and re-enlists in Starfleet, and because of his notoriety, gains a post on the Enterprise. They offered him a higher rank, but he wants to stay as a low-ranking officer, because low-ranking security is sent on away missions where he could kill the Klingons that killed his son. Because that's totally a reason to join Starfleet. To kill stuff. Hey, that's why I play Star Trek Online. That's the best part. Meanwhile, the Federation president is dealing with the impending war. It's causing him trouble since he doesn't want war, and the Klingons are being, well, Klingons. The Enterprise is dealing with the impending war by being sent to a starbase to get weapons upgrades that would turn the ship of peaceful exploration into a warship. Scotty isn't too keen on it, since he can't be the one who refits it, since they're specialized parts, and you know how he gets with his Enterprise. I wouldn't be surprised that if when Scotty was drunk, he did the same thing to the Enterprise what Adam Sandler did to his car in 8 Crazy Nights.
Oh, Mama, you like it when I hold you like this? 'Cause I'll do it all night long.
We also have constant flashbacks to the Battle of Donatu 5, where the USS Endeavour fought off Klingons and had the most intense battle of its career. And that was Fuller's first mission out of the Academy. There are many casualties, including the senior crew, and the entire ship is totaled. And the Klingons leave next to no survivors. The only way they won was by sheer luck that the USS Constitution came in at the last second and took all the blasts so that the USS Yorktown, the first ship that showed up to help the Endeavour, got off enough shots to stop the Klingons and escape, leaving Fuller with the idea to drop Starfleet and return to his pregnant girlfriend. He gets back to Earth, resigns his commission, goes to his girlfriend, who says she found someone else, and does a complete 180-degree turn, returns to Starfleet Command, and gets a posting on the USS Republic, where he meets James Tiberius Kirk.
In present day, Kel's brother Carell is struggling with the fact that he killed his own brother, and returns to his mother to tell him of his dishonorable deed. But she, like a good mother, tells him that it wasn't his fault, but the fault of the bloodless cowards that stripped him of his honor and sent him on the mission. So, he returns to his ship, the ISS Duktag, who just so happens to be captained by Kola, who was the captain
of the Klingons from The Trouble with Tribbles, and had said later on that he felt bad that he was never able to fight Kirk, which I guess you know that this is going to end with a triumphant battle between them. But they are taking on a special guest on the mission to a planet with a species that is genetically similar to Klingons, but without all the government and bureaucratic stuff that makes them insufferable sometimes. The special guest is Counselor Duras, who is probably an ancestor of the Duras from TNG and a descendant of the one from Enterprise. He has a few evil tricks up his sleeve and is planning something sinister with the Klingons on the planet. Fuller teaches the new recruits how to disable a Klingon in battle while he battles the memories of his fallen crew of the Endeavour and seeing his son in every cadet, including his roommate, Ensign Parmay, who idolizes Fuller like Jefferson Smith idolized Senator Payne in Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Ha! Betcha didn't think I could make that reference. Anyway, Fuller decided to teach Parmay Krav Maga because Parmay isn't that good in the physical part of security training, and he doesn't want Parmay to die at the hands of Klingons because he was not able to defend himself. As Scotty and the engineer who made the new weapons for the ship clash, Kirk has to come to grips that his ship might be going to war, a war that the Federation might win, and that makes Kirk afraid for the future of the ideals of the Federation. Meanwhile, the ambassador is fed up with the Klingons' shit, as they just have negotiations because the Klingons are real assholes in this book. They still look down on the Earthers, despite the fact that they were just beaten twice by the humans in the past month. Once on the mining colony with the genetically similar Klingons, and the second on Starbase 42. The Klingon Empire is losing, but they won't admit it because they have this stupid notion of honor. That isn't honor. Don't get me wrong. I love this book, but Kevin Ryan writes the Klingons so goddamn perfectly that I can't stand it. This is exactly how they were until Next Generation, when they were allied with the Federation. Honor this, honor that. They sound like the species that would happen if Mulan and Zuko had a baby. I digress. The Klingons start on the mission and head for the colony, and Ambassador Fox gets pissed off at the Klingons and finally realizes that they're using the negotiation to delay the Federation so they can prepare for war. And the first book ends with that. Yeah, there are 2 more which we'll be getting to next year. And that was Seeds of Rage. It was a great book, and my rereading of it for this review only made me admire it more. Kevin Ryan is a great author, and I look forward to getting to the next 2 later on. Next week, however, let's get into the Christmas spirit.